The Wisdom of Life from Sima Qian's Biographies of the Records of the Grand Historian exploring human nature beyond knowledge and cultivation. At some point in life, we often ponder questions like why is the world so complicated? Why do people behave the way they do? How should I live my life? We may strive for answers, yet often feel overwhelmed. Concepts like knowledge or cultivation may seem daunting or distant. However, today, I want to introduce you to a treasure of a book that, with each page, does not feel like a dusty old story but rather a compelling drama or film that captures the heart and answers life's profound questions. This is the Records of the Grand Historian by Sima Qian, written around 100 BCE, and especially its biographies section. Though these stories originate from thousands of years ago, the human desires, struggles, successes, and failures they depict transcend time, vividly resonating with our lives today. You need not worry about lacking knowledge or cultivation. The biographies are not for the learned alone, they are for anyone who identifies as human, offering insights and reflections that connect deeply with our own lives. Let us now explore together the wisdom this great book bestows. 1. The Biographies of the Records of the Grand Historian, a monument to the drama of human lives. A history written in blood and sweat. First, we must briefly understand Sima Qian, the author of the biographies. He was not merely a historian but a man who dedicated everything to complete this work. Originally a favored official under Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty, Sima Qian was subjected to the brutal castration penalty after defending his friend, General Li Ling, who had surrendered to the Xiongnu. Many would have chosen death over such humiliation, but Sima Qian endured it. Driven by his father's dying wish to record history and a profound determination to pass on the truths of human life, he overcame unimaginable suffering. Sima Qian's experiences after enduring castration are woven into the records of the Grand Historian. It is not a dry collection of facts but a living document filled with his profound insights, empathy, and at times, sharp critiques of historical figures. His perseverance in the face of despair to fulfill his life's mission is one of the strongest messages embedded in the biographies. B. From Kings to Commoners, the stories of ordinary people. The Records of the Grand Historian is divided into several sections: basic annals, tables, treatises, hereditary houses, and biographies. While the basic annals and hereditary houses focus on emperors and feudal lords, the biographies compile the life stories of a wide array of individuals. Most of the captivating tales often associated with the records are found precisely in these biographies. The protagonists in the biographies are not solely revered historical figures. Alongside generals and scholars, we encounter assassins, fortune-tellers, butchers, merchants, and even chivalrous outlaws. By highlighting the choices and lives of ordinary people, the biographies remind us that history is not solely shaped by heroes. Though these individuals lived in ancient China, their emotions and struggles, ambition, devotion, betrayal, power struggles, courage, greed, mirror those of people around us today. The book feels like a vast human encyclopedia, encapsulating the multifaceted nature of humanity. 2. The profound lessons of life from the biographies. Let us now explore the key insights and wisdom the biographies offer, practical yet deeply insightful for our lives. A mirror of human nature, understanding unchanging desires and emotions. Reading the biographies, one is struck by how little humans have changed over millennia. Greed, jealousy, love, courage, cowardice, self-interest, altruism, these emotions and desires remain timeless. Stories of emperors who betray allies for power, merchants who abandon morals for profit, and assassins who risk their lives for honor reflect the same patterns we see in today's news or in our daily lives. This book acts as a mirror, revealing the complexity of human nature. Through the triumphs and failures of its characters, we learn to reflect on ourselves, understand the people around us, and develop insights into navigating life. It teaches us to anticipate others' actions and respond wisely to conflicts. Understanding humanity is the first step to understanding the world, and the biographies make this abundantly clear. B. The power of history, learning from the past to prepare for the future. The saying that a nation without history has no future is often repeated, yet history can seem daunting to study. The biographies offer a solution, learning through engaging stories. Observing the successes and failures of historical figures, we discern which choices lead to positive outcomes and which invite disaster. For example, Han Qian's tragic end illustrates how talent, without wisdom and an understanding of one's times, can lead to downfall. In contrast, Zhang Liang's humility and shrewdness enable him to survive crises and achieve success. These stories go beyond mere lessons. They teach us fundamental principles of society: the nature of power, the art of winning hearts, and the wisdom to turn crises into opportunities. Like a wise mentor, they offer answers to our modern dilemmas through the lens of the past. By studying history, we uncover clues to solving present problems and preparing for the future. C. The importance of personal choice and responsibility. The characters in the biographies continually face choices and bear their consequences. The rise of Liu Bang to the title of Emperor Gaozu and Xiang Yu's sudden fall from power are shaped by their decisions and the responsibilities they shoulder. Sima Qian's own life powerfully conveys this message. Despite unimaginable suffering, he chose to chronicle the lives of those striving for a better world. His story reminds us that, even in adversity, we must embrace our choices and responsibilities. Life is filled with crossroads, and these narratives encourage us to embrace our agency and make courageous decisions. D. The nature of power: understanding the forces that move the world. Power is one of the strongest forces shaping history, and the biographies vividly illustrate how it is acquired, maintained, and lost. Through the rise and fall of emperors, generals, and ministers, we witness the emptiness and allure of power. Some wield power through wisdom and bravery, while others grasp it through deceit and flattery. Some leaders are consumed by tyranny and lose the people's trust, while others earn lasting respect through wise governance. The book reveals that power is not merely about control, but about earning and losing people's hearts. In today's world, where we observe politicians, business leaders, and influential figures, the biographies provide profound insights into leadership, organizational politics, and social dynamics. They help us distinguish true leaders from those driven by selfish ambition. E. Unyielding spirit in the face of adversity: finding hope in despair. Sima Qian's story is emblematic of the resilience found in the biographies. Many characters endure unimaginable hardships, family disgrace, false accusations, exile, or even poverty. Yet some rise again with unbreakable determination. These tales deeply resonate with us. When life is difficult or despairing, their stories become a beacon of hope. The realization that others have overcome worse trials gives us the courage to persevere. We learn to cultivate resilience, perseverance, and the strength to maintain hope even in the darkest times. 3. How to read the biographies beyond the barriers of knowledge and cultivation. By now, you may be curious about the biographies, yet hesitant, thinking it's too old and difficult, or there are too many characters to keep track of. Rest assured, no special knowledge or academic background is required. Here are a few strategies to enjoy the book and gain valuable insights. Read it like a novel or drama. The biographies are not just a history book, they are a masterpiece of storytelling. Approach it like a novel or a popular historical drama. Focus on the relationships between characters and the flow of events. Don't worry about memorizing names or dates. Instead, ask yourself, why did this character act that way? How did the story unfold? Let curiosity guide you, and you'll soon find yourself deeply engaged. B. Start with characters that resonate. The biographies are a collection of individual lives, so there's no need to read them sequentially. Skim through and select stories that catch your interest. For example, the biographies of assassins offer dramatic thrills, while the biographies of merchants reveal wisdom on wealth. Once you're drawn to a character, your curiosity will naturally lead you to explore related figures and events. C. Connect ancient stories to modern life. Though these stories are ancient, their themes are strikingly modern. Workplace dynamics, power struggles, the pursuit of wealth, love and betrayal, family conflicts, these are timeless. While reading, ask yourself, what would I do in their place? Or how does this reflect my world today? This will transform the classics into living wisdom, deeply relevant to your life. D. Don't pressure yourself to finish. The full records of the Grand Historian is immense, over 3,000 pages. You need not feel compelled to read it all at once. The biographies are independent stories, and even reading a few will yield profound value. What matters is not how much you read, but how much you reflect and understand. Engaging deeply with a few lives can be enough to inspire meaningful thought about your own journey. 4. Conclusion: the biographies as a guide to life. Limiting oneself by assuming a lack of knowledge or cultivation is akin to restricting the infinite possibilities of life. Knowledge grows through learning, and cultivation deepens through experience. The journey begins with curiosity. The Biographies, written in blood and sweat by a historian from ancient East Asia, is no mere record of the past. It serves as a starting point for exploring the fundamental question: what does it mean to be human? This book is neither a self-help manual for success nor a philosophical treatise offering definitive answers. Instead, it is a great teacher that vividly illustrates the diversity and complexity of life, showing how human choices lead to success or failure. In the biographies, we see the raw, desire-driven nature of humanity, and also the courage and noble spirit that define us. As you open its pages, you step into a vast human drama set against the backdrop of ancient China. By meeting its characters, sharing in their joys and sorrows, successes and failures, you will gain the wisdom and insight needed to understand your own life and shape a better future. My sincere hope is that the biographies of the records of the Grand Historian will open a new door for you, revealing hidden knowledge and cultivation within your life. Now, it's time to turn the page.